G'day fellas and welcome
This is when Drongo used to cast.
the grand final between Marine Lord, who spawns in on the west side of the map playing the French, his opponent,
Look at that
who spawns
overlay,
in
dude.
on the east side of the
Omega
map playing the color.
Look at that overlay, look at that fucking map, so small and shit.
Good angle to hit those villagers.
Bro, this was when scouts did damage, oh my god. Look at how much damage the scouts are doing, I forgot about that.
From without being hit from the town center.
Yeah, really tough position. You can see it comes in close, and I feel like he's actually being baited towards.
Dude, the scouts were doing like, what was, like, it was like 2 damage a hit, right? Was it 4?
So look at Hera. He's being
fuck.
very cheeky. He's got 7 villages in that town center.
Look, Hera opened with double scout. Like, double scout opening was really normal because of this. Watch this.
He knows exactly what he's doing now compared to
you have to run.
Marine
You
Lord.
see that?
Have a look
From
how much more
scouts.
difficult it's going to be for him.
Look.
He gets chased all the way back, and yeah, you can see that Marine Lord really having a bit of an unfavorable spawn here compared to his opponent.
Damn, Marine Lord used to have a bad spawn.
Hera was cut off from gold for a longer time though, so if you look at the resource bank, Marine Lord is at 135, Hera's only at 57 gold, which means Hera won't be able to afford a knight right at the beginning of Feudal Age, so he might need to go for a scout here to fight this off, or potentially a horseman. He decided not to go for a male, so no professional scouts just yet for him, and indeed, he's gonna have to open with a horseman because he doesn't have gold enough.
Dude, I forgot they did
A
4
knight versus the other
damage,
side.
man.
Marine Lord will be able to squeeze in 1 knight.
Look at this, look at this.
And
This
he
is
has
scouts.
pressure
This is
from
just
those
normal scouts,
here.
guys.
Yeah, look how cheeky he's being as well
Look,
with these.
do you see animation cancel? Do you see that? That's animation canceling. You see that? Watch this. Every time the scout attacks, he cancels and attacks again. Look at this.
To
Watch this.
discourage any kind of aggression from those scouts here.
See that?
Yeah, look how cheeky he's being as well with these scouts in here. He knows that knight's going to be coming out soon, so he's in here, he's just having fun until it does. He's delaying these villages, and to be honest, you probably just wouldn't even bother with these scouts. If you were Marine Lord, you just don't even bother. Your knight's going to come out any second, and it's going to be able to repel this attack. But speaking of repelling the attack,
That looks so
the scout
fun.
gonna be
Oh, just
coming
wait till you
out,
see the
only half
knights.
HP at the moment, and here comes that knight to save the day. The knight in shining
watch
armor
knights now
going to
doing
be able
it.
to repel those scouts and get itself out of here. And yeah, now we enter into a little bit of a lull period of the game. Actually, Marine Lord's still managing to do some damage over here.
Oh, and I forgot. When you attack a villager on the gold, it can't mine. Like, the villager just couldn't mine. The villager couldn't do animation to mine, so you just block the villager from gathering.
Scouts on the villagers of his opponent. Looks like the knight has come out and didn't get the charge on it. Just walked straight up to it, started hitting it with the sword. Not going to get that extra damage out, but oh, he's still over here.
Watch
Where
this.
did that knight go? Is it? Oh, he's heading out to.
This was every game, by the way. This was every game. Just the scouts hitting the goals.
Towards his opponents. Oh my gosh. Mistake number 1, Marine Lord. You've made it already.
Looking at those scouts over here, Marine Lord is gonna have another knight coming in to try and help out those villagers, but he's gotta be careful not to lose a villager because that's exactly how games could be snowballed. But so far, villagers stay alive for the time being. Looks like Hera also canceled the horseman that he queued up initially, which I think is the right thing to do. A horseman really wouldn't do much in these night wars, so probably just saving up the food and then popping that royal knight out helps a lot. There's a mill for Hera, but no professional
Wait,
scouts.
what is this? Wait, does this exist in the game now?
Whatsoever, so he's just gonna be taking the berries. Whereas on the other side, Marine Lord is gonna have to find a new source of food soon because his town center is running out of carcasses at an alarming rate.
Like, dude, look how ass the
Yeah,
game
this is
was.
a difficult
Watch
thing
this.
to be. It's so hard to be in this position playing in the mirror match because you want to have knights out, but at the same time you're concerned about your food income. You need to get your scouts out to get your professional scouts in, but at the same time you've got to try and balance that between making knights at the same time, and that's what's happening right now. But having a look back towards Hera's base, as we got a little bit of a slow motion happening right here. Look at that, players chasing each other down in slow motion. We've got it captured. 2022, beautiful. But I want to have a look towards Hera's base. I want to see he's placed a mill down towards those berry bushes. Has he got any technology coming through at the moment? Doesn't look like it just yet. Going to be dropping down a second stable, so not opting towards... Typically, we'd see players open up with that archery range, which would be quite common. Sometimes we'd even see like an early barracks out for players, but that's not going to be the case. Marine Lord already got that second stable down. You can see that on his wood line. So both players sticking with the same story at this stage. Are we just going to be seeing a mass of Royal Knights? Is that what it's going to be?
It should be, because that gives you a lot of mobility. Archer range here doesn't really make a lot of sense for the players because they don't do well against knights. Usually the way it works is that whoever falls behind in knight numbers is going to start adding spearmen, because they will need to compensate for their lower knight numbers. But of course, if you add spearmen, you will have way less mobility. And then, if your opponent adds spearmen, then the other player can start adding some archers. As things stand, it looks like we're...
Look at the boar spawn, by the way. You see that? Even the map generation is so ass. So look at this is Hera's boar on the middle of the map, close, like it's in between Marine Lord and Hera, and this is Marine Lord's boar. You see that? On Dry Arabia, the boars cannot spawn like this anymore. They spawn to the side.
Marine Lord moving all the way up, and Hera is moving out for his hunt over here, making a defensive tower. That tower can only garrison 5 villagers though, so having 9 villagers out here could prove to be fatal. Love how Hera is using that scout though, making sure that he's going to spot any incoming forces from Marine Lord.
Yeah, he's going to have to evacuate at least 4 of those villagers out. As you mentioned, they're not going to be able to fit in all the other villagers. But now on the gold mine of Marine Lord, Hera looks to try and take out a few villagers, at least prevent him from gathering gold, force out a couple of idle...
It's so funny, like, seeing him not go for it there because the TC was shooting, but he was just gone. We just didn't know as much.
Seconds, and now indeed he's going to be able to spot out those villagers up towards the east side of the map. Hera is going to have to evacuate the area, but he's got plenty of knights back here to reinforce himself. And as you correctly identified, it's going to be difficult for players to actually transition away from knights. It just, once you're sort of in the circle of knights versus knights,
look, you see that?
You can only really make more knights. And now we got ourselves a little one-on-one over here up towards the north of the base of Marine Lord. We'll take a look and spot. It looks like Hera's going to have to fall back as too much damage was done to his Royal Knight. But I love the little sword swing that they do. Did you see that? Where they swing around their sword?
Yep. Keeping those knights alive is going to be vital because as things stand...
Look at that movement speed even. Do you see how the movement speed? They're like stuck on each other. So weird.
By the way, the overall number of villagers killed, if I'm not mistaken, was like 1 or so. In fact, yeah, there's 1 kill on each side, and we've passed the 8-minute mark. So I guess both of our predictions when it comes to the amount of villagers killed is gonna be heavily inaccurate, but that villager kill number is going to soon grow, with Hera's Knights closing in on the gold mine of Marine Lord.
No wheelbarrow? Oh,
yeah, it looks like 2 villagers might potentially go down here.
Oh god, I forgot about that. Wait, I forgot about that. Oh god, guys. When you charge towers, you kill stuff inside. Watch this. Look at this, 5 out of 5. Watch this. He charged at the villagers and you kill a
like
villager
2 villagers
inside.
might potentially go down here. But up towards the north, it looks like a few more villagers going to be going down, so maybe we weren't too far off those numbers. Maybe we're just wrong on the minutes, perhaps, but these villagers going to get screened very appropriately by these knights, and a nice little defensive joust coming in, not managing to make it all the way in, but got to be careful here. 11 villagers could get those numbers thinned down. Now villagers, nice little pull around the gold mine, manages to keep the majority of these safe. They are going to be able to survive, and now Hera holds on for dear life as majority of his villagers have gone idle, but at least he keeps them alive, Liticor. That's what really matters.
That's what really matters indeed, and he also keeps his knights alive, whereas Marine Lord lost 2 over there. Now Hera loses 1, but given the fact that Hera's entire economy is idle, this is still concerning for him because he currently has basically no food income or gold income, and those villagers being right in the middle of that battle isn't necessarily something that helps Hera either.
Yeah, that's not pretty, is it? That's a lot of villagers potentially going to be going down here. Marine Lord got superior numbers, at least it looks like it. Trying our best to get in nice and close. It actually looks like Hera has come out on top in this, using the defender's advantage and reinforcing his troops, doing a great job, and at the same time, raids happening. Look at all the villagers that are out here with their berry basket rather. They're collecting these berries, doing a bit of a long distance mine, decided that that's the best place for them to go. I'm curious as to whether they just decided to go out there, because that was a lot of food that they've been picking up.
Also, the straggler trees around TC were much farther away than they are now.
Yeah, I wonder if that was automatic or this was just Marine Lord right-clicking it, thinking that he's going to make a mill, but then he forgot or he was just too busy doing something else. But now, the night numbers are looking disturbingly low for Marine Lord. Marine Lord not having access to those berries and in general having a very limited food income, namely 0 villagers on food, is putting a dip into his night numbers. It's 5 army versus 11. Villager counts are dead even, so currently this is massive advantage for Hera.
This is not good at all. This is not looking pretty right now for Marine Lord, and Hera is only going to look to push this lead as well. We saw over towards the west of Marine Lord's base that he was actually expanding out on those back berries, but we see Hera now beginning to loop around towards that direction. You see the majority of the night numbers moving up around that first wood line, heading over towards that second wood line. They know that there's a gold mine down there potentially. He looks to try and get a bit of action on that wood line, doesn't spot out any villagers. Going to be heading off in the other direction. He knows there's going to be villagers out here somewhere, Lidicor. Oh, he's got to be so careful. This could be a good game right here,
Look, he killed another villager in the tower.
Could be. The knights will do the animation cancelling, but the numbers are better here for Hera. The horsemen won't really be a factor in this fight. Tower fire helps quite a bit over here.
Look,
and
he's winning
like
with less
HP
knights because
Marine Lord's forces are also greater, so looks like, especially if that low HP knight is being pulled away, that's a win there for Marine Lord for the time being.
Yeah, he manages to hold on just. Geez, that was close, wasn't it? The animation cancelling there, helping him keep his head above water. But now Hera able to flood in units behind this. So we're able to take a look. Seems like
what
everybody...
a banger game, dude.
Yeah, I think Hera should probably be monitoring this with, at the very least, a scout. You could keep one scout there and be able to spot out both of those hunts very easily. And the fact that he hasn't done that, a little bit of an oversight, but now it looks like he's also going to be expanding up towards the north.
That those berries are depleted, so really there is no one to kill here except for a couple of gold miners. That could be some nice pickups. Currently 51 villagers for Hera, 48 for Marine Lord, so slight advantage for Hera here, but killing those gold miners over there could push that to an even greater lead at this point.
Yeah, Hera now going to be moving in behind the base of Marine Lord. A little bit of a number advantage here for Hera at the moment, at least it seems that way. This could be a deciding fight right now. If Hera is able to overwhelm his opponent, he's going to be able to move in towards that villager line and really take the game. But now Hera continuing to hit away at his opponent. You can see the numbers beginning to build for Hera, and he is looking incredibly strong.
That was incredible, game number 1.
Marine Lord taps out, calls good game, says, you know what? You got too many bloody...
Incredible game
cavalry
number
units.
1.
You got too your money on the line. Game number 2.
Let's check game number 2, guys. Wow. Wait, this is a good YouTube video to make. What do we call it? Beasty watching the worst era of AOE4. That's a good title right there, boy. The worst era. Wow. These were truly the worst games, by the way.
Lord versus Hera.
Hera or Hera. No, I mean, listen, the players had nothing to do with it, by the way. Like, everyone did this, right? Everyone did this. It's not like the players,
Ladies and gentlemen,
fault. Like,
let's get to it.
It was the best way to play, and obviously you're gonna do it.
East side of
Yo,
the map.
Mongolian Heights.
The color blue playing the Rus.
Okay, Mongolian Heights,
with a
Rus was
hunting
the
cabin.
best here by
His
far.
opponent, who spawns on the opposite side
Which
of
is
the map.
hilarious, because these days Rus would be terrible on this map. But back then, bro, dude, Rus was... It was crazy good here. Unbeatable. You know why?
Prevent him from fishing at the beginning of
You know why?
So,
Because Rus had fishing ships that didn't need to drop off.
Opening up with the hunting cabin is a sign that he's not gonna go for an early dock here. Instead,
Watch, oh god, bro. Watch this, watch this.
That Recon did against him on Danube River, and that is go full crazy.
Oh
on the hunting
man, I forgot this! So many things I forgot about the game. You know what the Rus build was that you could do? You go hunting cabin and you just make fucking scouts and you go kill their dock and their gold. You just kill everything. Watch this.
cabin and try to burn that dock down.
Watch this. You
he's
gotta
doing
pull
it.
two
Look at this, and he's
villagers,
gonna have
so
the
you build
animation
it before the
cancel.
scouts
Hero's not
arrive.
helping out.
I
The only
completely
response that
forgot
Hera
about
needs
this.
right now is just make a lot of scouts.
And look,
Hera.
Hera went 2 scouts too.
A lot of scouts, try and get at least 1 or 2 fishing boats out. That should be able to try and hold on for you, but you need to get your scouts out here. You need to get them animation canceling ASAP.
Exactly. This is a difficult situation for Hera to be in, though.
Look, it's making another scout! I forgot that! Oh my god, dude, the memories are now flooding back. When you play against Rus on this map, if Rus goes for hunting cabin opening, you have to produce scouts out of your town center. Otherwise, you lose the dock. Look, Hera's making a 3rd scout from TC.
Heavy on the lumberjacking department, so it's not like he's able to invest a lot of food into this. And of course, every single scout he makes is a villager sacrificed, unlike Marine Lord. And as you see, Hera doesn't have the wood right now. For a
That's
fishing boat, so
fucking
it's a great
hilarious.
thing for
I forgot
Marine Lord.
about that.
Hera needs a lot of time to get that fishing boat out. But I think the first boat is going to come out before the dock gets burned down. So the game plan here is nice for Marine Lord, but I don't think it's going to work out.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. I think once he gets that single fishing boat out, he's going to be okay. I wouldn't be surprised if Hera actually pulls a couple of villagers and looks to heal up this dock, make sure it gets down. Now we see the first villager going to be coming out. Hera looking to chase away this villager, or rather Marine Lord, and now that boat is going to come out. The fishing boat
Dude,
going to
guys,
come out.
we're in Dark
And,
Age,
looks
by
like
the way.
Hera probably going to be able to secure this position. We can
Wait,
see a
Marine Lord,
couple
how many
sheep
scouts are you going
being
there?
big
fucking
whales
scouts.
as
No,
well.
no.
And, unfortunately, it does look like that villager is going to
No.
go down. Nice animation cancelling.
fucking scouts.
Stop, it's 5. You went 5 fucking scouts. Don't lie, you little shit.
A scout will be traded for that will, but at this point, that has to be satisfactory for Marine Lord. Right now, he's got 4 scouts out versus 3, but as you said, with the fishing ships out, it's gonna be impossible for those scouts.
For the people
to
asking,
get
this is
down
now
now.
fixed
So
in
the next thing
AOE4.
that
You
can
can't
do is
animation.
dispatch
Oh
those
my
scouts
god,
straight down.
and you had to kill the deer for bounty, man. I forgot that too. Now he's gonna kill the deer for bounty.
Because
I finished with 80 bounty.
there is still huntables to take
No,
down
not
the
this game. You had
bounty
more
getter
this game.
For Marine Lord.
Oh yeah, and you could kill
Of course,
wolves
this
for
map gives us
bounty
a ton of
too.
sheep to start with, so gathering sheep is also quite a significant factor.
Yeah. I think in this situation, Marine Lord
Wow.
is at a significant disadvantage. Hera at the moment is looking incredibly strong. He's managed to secure a foothold on the shoreline. He's managed to keep
That wasn't
his
even a
stock
long
up.
time ago?
And now we actually see Marine
Yeah, but I
Lord
completely
beginning to
forgot
roll up down
that you
towards
have to
south.
fucking
This is
kill
gonna
the
turn-
deer
this is gonna
too.
tell Hera exactly what Marine Lord is up to. He is planning on expanding down in this direction, so you got to start paying attention down
When
here.
was that
Keep your
changed? Like
scout
6
down
months
here.
ago?
You're looking for a dock, and if you see that dock beginning to come up for your opponent, then you need to
What
send
year
2 or
was
3
it?
villagers down as
This
well.
was early 2022. So basically, like, this is 4 months after the release of the game.
Did in the Confluence game.
There's a reason why a lot of people quit the game. Let's just say that.
Something very similar coming in here indeed. Was blocking the fishing ships from pushing through these. And these are actually fortified palisade walls, so they're even better than just standard palisade.
3,000 HP! Holy shit, dude.
Is coming in here with a scout door with animation cancels. There's a chance that this dog gets denied.
Yeah, that's a really good point. He does have the scouts out to animation cancel. Doesn't look like... Okay, now he's doing it, so you can see the animation cancel. Have we got the health?
Look,
Can we,
look,
yeah,
he can't even build a dock. Look at the scout, look at the scout.
Looks like he's going to have to retreat on this one. Falls back
Isn't
to
that
the
crazy?
safety
Watch this,
of
watch
his
this.
scouts, but he's just going to ignore
Watch
the
this,
scouts
watch
of
this,
his
watch this.
enemy, and Hera is just going for the throat. He manages to take out the first of the sheep. Second sheep not taken out just yet, but Hera going to have to fall back. 16 health on that scout. If he turns back around, he's going to get double shot by those scouts and taken out completely. The dock does get up
Oh
from
yeah, you
Marine
got
Lord,
gold from
and,
sheep too.
He's going to be very happy with that.
That's old. Yeah, that's
44
old.
fishing
That
ships
wasn't
out here
recently.
For Hera. Hera hasn't started mining gold yet, and one thing that you could still do here for Marine Lord is keep adding scouts from the hunting cabin and try to deny the gold mine of the opponent, because if you deny that gold
Okay, let's
income, there's
skip
no...
through a little bit. What a banger of a game already, dude. Huh?
Speaking of that, here come the forces from Marine Lord to push away
I
Hera
love
from the
how
gold
I
mine.
skipped at a random point in the game and the scouts are still killing villagers.
And that would delay the addition of those scholars as well.
Yeah, now keep in mind behind this, Hera's going to be very easily able to just move up the river. So he's not going to be too fast, but obviously he's also holding off that passage. There's a little passageway to get through So he's looking to defend on that point, but we've got ourselves a little bit of a battle right now
Look
unfolding.
at the animation canceling.
Hera trying his best to keep his enemy off the gold mine.
Butchering him right now.
Looks like he's been able to take out one of the scouts. He's got the little stabby going on and forces back a couple of those scouts and managed to chase off his own scout, which is down on quite low health. But now going to begin focusing down the villagers once again, doing the animation cancelling, and it looks like he's going to have to fall back from this position. So players at the moment, at least it looks like Marine Lord is looking to do a bit of damage here as he put.
Wait, wait, what? The fishing boats were shooting while fishing?
Like Marine Lord is looking to do a bit of damage here.
I don't even remember that.
As he puts down a forward dock with a lot of villagers, and I don't think Hera was really paying attention to it.
Exactly, Hera needs to save his villagers, and the concerning thing for Hera right now is that his gold income is non-existent. So, he's unable to access gold, which is going to mean that adding additional scholars could be troublesome, but the bigger problem is that adding combat ships will be troublesome, as the fishing boats are definitely nice over here, but once you got some Lordia attack ships coming in, those would just dominate the waters.
120.
First Dow coming in, and the moment you push away the fishing boats from this dock with a combat ship...
Wait, what? Did I say that correctly?
First... just dominate the waters.
Look at the cost. Wait, I don't remember that at all. The arrow ship costed 180 wood and 90 gold? And Marine Lords costed, what, 120? Marine Lords costed 120 and 60, right?
First Dow coming in, and the moment you push away the fishing boats from this dock with a combat ship, the scouts can come in and burn it down. So this is a very nice combination of units here for Marine Lord. The scouts putting up the pressure on the gold mine, and then also providing a torch damage against the dock.
What
and
the
the
fuck?
Lordia attack ship pushing away the fishing
Yo,
ships.
what the hell? Bro, I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough spot for Hera
What
to
is
be able
that
to defend
animation?
this. I gotta say,
Oh
I like
my
this play from
lord.
Marine Lord, using the Kremlin
Oh my
as
lord.
a foothold and then putting the
Jesus
dock right underneath
Christ.
it is very smart, but that Dow does come out now. That Dow going to be sitting underneath this dock, going to be able to get healed up. Got the fishing boats right next to it as well, going to be able to heal it up if it requires, but falling back towards this Kremlin, have a look and see what the range is on this Kremlin. I'm curious when it comes to its anti-ship attack. Looks like it's only 6 tiles. Now, he's got the upgrades for it, or at least it comes with the upgrades as standard. But 6 tiles doesn't seem like a lot, does it?
You can't even see the range of Kremlin.
It's not a lot.
Dude, this
I
game
don't
was
think it's even
so
able to reach the
bad.
fishing ships, but it's going to help.
Like, this game when released, guys, like, both you and I, especially me, I'm lucky that I'm still here. You know what I mean? I'm lucky I didn't quit. Cause boy, I'm loving the game right now. But back then, fuck, you know, look at this pile of. And you know what the best part is? Oh my god, he made 14 fishing ships. You know what the best part is? Every game ends with knights, baby. There were no Ghazi Raiders, there were just horsemen for Delhi. And knights, obviously. Or lancers. Oh, dude, I forgot! Demo ships! Oh my god! The demo ships did like this AoE, basically on land. So if a demo explodes here, it kills like units everywhere. You know what's funny? Even when we played this, like this isn't the case of like looking back and being like, man, this was bad. When we played this, we knew it was bad. Showcase demo ships. Let me see.
I remember a game of building a blob of knights for 20 minutes and lost almost the entire army to one demo ship when I looked away. PTSD.
Thank you, Total Eclipse. There's a clip of when we played the team tournament with me, Demo, and Marine Lord. Demo losing like 30 knights, Imperial Knights, to one demo. Good stuff.
Some reason, and you can hear the detonation twice as well, so it deals a second wave of damage very shortly after the first explosion. You will also realize that, for some reason, the range is also roughly doubled to 4 tiles instead of the intended 2. This means that each demo will do double the damage at double the blast radius. To make matters worse, the explosives technology further breaks the demos. At an improved 420 base...
Did you see that? Oh, look at the
the demos. At an improved 420 base damage, the demos detonate twice to deal 840 damage, and get this, the tile range seems to double again for some reason, and that's why you'll see a ridiculous radius around it. The damage dealt is also not entirely consistent with a few...
Look at the ships all dying. Watch this. Look at this. Just look at it.
You'll see a ridiculous radius around it. The damage dealt is also not entirely consistent with a few units or buildings having more HP than others for some reason. I tried to test this bugged damage a few times, but I couldn't really find a trend around it. Unfortunately, there is no way for me to test their intended damage and blast radius properly in the current patch. Once they do fix it, I'll make a quick update video on how the damage is distributed on the demo's blast radius. Until then, we'll stick with the theoretical numbers. So yeah, the demos are just bugged to hell, and the explosives technology is pouring oil to the fire. Of course, the 200 bonus damage against...
Bro, day 9 played. Bitsy, grubby.
I have a song about this.
Alright, now that we know what the bugs are...
Damn. H3 versus H3. Guys, what are the chances they make scouts? Oh my god, this is Healand Dale. Look at the Healand Dale. Look at the Healand Dale. What the fuck is that? But they each have 3 golds in their base? Oh my god. 2 berry patches, 3 golds, and 2 stones, and 2 wood lines. Are you guys ready for this though? The relics used to give 100 gold per minute. And Cathedral was giving 300%. So you were, if you get 3 relics, you would be getting 900 gold per minute. Yeah, so the game, guys, this is like 4 or 5 months into the game. The game was in a very bad state for like a year. Look, you see that? He's hitting the villager and the villager can't mine. Watch this. Oh my god, he moved away. Wait, was this the time? So, I don't know if this was it, but spears could not brace. Like, you know, brace ability that stuns the cavalry? A lot of the spears couldn't brace. HRE could not brace. Was that only HRE in Delhi? Really? I thought it was more. So they're both going double stable horsemen. Look at the macro. Both of their macros are... I mean, compared to now, a bit of a keg W in it. Look at that. Wow, they're making horsemen, brother. Marine Lord aged up first. Is he gonna pick up the relics, though? We gotta see them relics. Oh, yoink. That's it, it's over. Marine Lord, okay, another relic. Wait, how many relics does he have actually? Boom! Boom! Why mirror? This was normal back in the day. You had only 8 civs, so you had to have mirrors. Yo, look at those prelates fucking gliding. They got their movement speed nerfed along the way. Look, 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 you can't pick up the relic because the wolf is attacking it. Look, 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 look. How funny is that? Almost. Marino got 4 relics, right? Look how fast that guy is. Look how fast he is, boy. Look at Marino's gold per minute. Finisher's got 4, right? Maybe he hasn't put in the last one yet. So, guys, this is how AOE4, this is how this tournament looked like. It's literally just fucking, look, animation cancel, animation cancel, animation cancel, animation cancel. It was very... This is grand finals, by the way, this tournament. Wow. Huh? What a banger, dude. What happened there? Come here, boy. Look, more stables, bro. Send it. More knights. More knights. Why is my one leg pale? What the fuck? Watch out! Here come the knights! Oof, those are some fucking... Oh my god, those are some farms, huh? Akin Chapel, that's right, I forgot about that too. Akin Chapel wasn't a drop-off location. I forgot about that. Damn, boy, what a banger. Hey, let's check out the next game, shall we, guys? Would you like guys to check out the next game? I mean, what a banger. What matchup is it? It's all mirrors, by the way. Well, one wasn't, to be fair. H3, French, English. And by the way, this happened very often, by the way. This is not like a, ooh, no way, a mirror. It happened very often. What did Abbey of Kings do? Wait, Abbey of Kings just healed, right? That's it. And it healed for shit too. One and a half per second. Comparatively, by the way, guys, right now, What map is this, by the way? What map is this? Is this Lipany? So 1.5 heal per second. Right now, Abby heals like 6 per second, right? Yeah, this looks like Lipany, but what the fuck is that generation? Look at the golds, by the way. Both on Marine Lord side. Obviously, English versus English is just passing longbows, right? Someone said at least this game wasn't just knights. Well, it wasn't just knights, but we're about to have some knights. These knights. Okay, okay, you cooking. Oof, Mangonel coming in. Oh, with the homing missiles. Yo, Hera cooked him up! You could dodge Mangonel shots, by the way. They have homing missiles, but you can... The moment the shot goes off, if you change direction, it worked. Yeah, longbows do look different, right? I noticed that too. Oh, right, the thing healed you. Oof. Oh my god, look at that fucking damage. That's thick boy right there. Dodges. I mean, this is the most skilled game, I guess, out of all they played. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, those, holy fuck, they did damage. Dude, that is... Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of wish Mangonels did like double the damage, but they were more expensive. Like, I would love if they're like 600 wood, 300 like gold or something. Or maybe even more gold, but they do double damage. Because you need these, like, amazing, like, yo, that thing just landed kind of thing. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, there was no colors, right? It was only red and blue. Oh, my God. Run! Line formation, run, run! Yeah, you couldn't pick colors. Why? Because it didn't exist. Dude, this game was a banger, dude. Kappa. Oh, man, I miss Springles, dude. Man. Dude, remember when Springles were cranky, dude? I remember. Wow, that was a crazy banger. Now let's watch game number 5, guys.
G'day, fellas.
Good day,
and
fellas, and welcome to
the
a
grand
custard
final.
game. Oh,
Match
oh.
number 5 in this series. Marine Lord.
Oh, it's a reverse. Wait, so neither player picked Abbasid. Neither player picked Mongol. Mongol was banned. China wasn't played at all, right? Right? I'm pretty sure you only had one veto. And Mongols were banned. All the time.
Opening us up with a house as well as a hunting cabin. So not opting for a dock. Going to be going straight for that hunting cabin. You can see him. Very safe corner pocket little position. You can see Hera down there.
You know, one of the strategies on this map, on Danube River, you know, one of the strategies, when you played against, I remember this, when you played against Rus, you would wall this off super quick. So then they have to go all the way around, and then they would do a wall here, and you would do a wall on the top, and you do a full wall with the dock. And then they're super far behind.
Position. You can see Hera down there searching for it, looking for it, not going to be able to find it. And it means that Marine Lord's going to be able to secure that. Question is whether he's going to become aggressive, whether he's going to look to bring these fishing boats around the loop, whether immediately coming out here from Hera. So we'll watch to see if Marine Lord looks to bring out a villager, maybe 2 villagers, and look at potentially getting an outpost down here, look at getting a dock down here himself, and really starting to push.
The Delhi fishing ships were crazy, so you had to do a wall. You had to do a wall right there so that the Delhi fishing ships couldn't come to you. Like, what Delhi players would do on water is they make like 7-8 fishing ships and they just send them to your side of the water and they just kill all your shit. No kappa. Oh, look at that, more scouts. Uh-oh, here come the knights. Uh-oh, Hera aged up quicker. Marine Lord's got no knights. Uh-oh. Whoopsie. Bro, that TC's cranking. What the fuck? It's so funny, he's just letting him build there. You know what I mean? Ay, ay, ay.
Go back to the crossing. You can see you got 2 more knights coming across. He's underneath the town center. There's 20 villagers inside that TC. All these villagers here are going to die. They don't care about the shotgun that's coming out and shooting them. Those lancers are just going to look for blood. And as you mentioned, there is blood in this water. Marine Lord not looking pretty right now.
And the ugly thing is that even if Marine Lord somehow forces this up with 20 villagers in the TC, killing those knights, and then the other 10 somehow building it, what is going to be left out of Marine Lord's eco? Absolutely nothing.
Wow.
He taps out of the game. And with that, Hera taking the set free too.
Wow.
Absolute insane game coming out from Hera right there. A huge unforced error from Marine Lord, failing to wall off that crossing and costing him his first S-tier tournament. Absolute insanity. Incredibly well played to Hera today.
Wow.
He went into this, I mean, he went up against his Canadian compatriot, did very, very well. He came into the game against Marine Lord. I don't think many people were looking at him as a favorite, but he still managed to hold his own, took Marine Lord to the 5th game, took advantage of the fact that he failed to wall that crossing and absolutely punished him with
Hera's gonna be up with knights. Maybe he was thinking about
what a
researchers,
match that was, guys.
The town center.
Look at the chat. What a fucking series. Yo, someone said, so glad the bug abuser lost. Yo! Yo!
Center denying that landmark.
Damn!
But by the time he realized it was knights, it was
Marine
just
Lord
obvious
bug
that he didn't have the
abuser?
tools to stop it. he invested his wood into a stable, so he didn't have his wood for a barracks, and by the time he had the chance to react, it was a little too late. Hera closes the game out, and with that, wins his first major.
I'm kind of new here. It appears StarCraft 2 players are too weak in AoE.
Age Vampires.
I got banned from Marilo's chat from DMing.
Came into this tournament as the underdog,
StarCraft 2 kick W. StarCraft 2 kick W.
which is a little weird because he's a very high.
Yo, there's Salami! Look at him! You guys remember that guy, Salami? Dude, good times, huh? Haven't seen that guy in a while.
Powerful player that we know is super powerful, but before the tournament, there were other people on our minds as candidates to win this one, but Hera has had a very, very consistent performance.
Dude, this is... Dude, AOE2 fans are so unhinged, dude. AOE2 fans are just so unhinged.
Throughout this tournament, barely dropped games before getting into the grand finals. He dropped one game before getting in here. That was against Lenok. Every other set, he won in a dominant fashion. And then against Marine Lord, takes it 3-2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go back to StarCraft 2.
I'm really impressed with how he went.
What's with all the morons crying about StarCraft 2? Just enjoy the game. Yo, true. Wait, let me see. Is this loop control based? Aye. Aye, guys. Loop control. He's banned in my chat. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh god. Okay, you know what this comment is? He was making an argument. Oh god, his comment. Serbia safer than US, delusional. School shootings are not standard for safety, lol. Trust me, I actually live in US. Guy who stays indoors and plays AoE 20 hours a day says his country is safe, lol W. Of course, Serbia is safe as long as you stay holed up in your mom's house playing AoE all day. That's his chat history, then I banned him. And then he has an unban request, and my response to his unban request is these nuts.
He's had a good run coming up to this, but as you mentioned, there's just so much talent that's...
I want to see this guy, Ali. Alu71. He never chatted in my chat. Okay, that's nice. He's probably an AOE2 fan, if you never, you know. Yabo? Yo, look at the Yabo right there.
That's been in this tournament. Like, just to talk about the route...
Where are all the Marine Lord fans, bro? What? People are so crazy. You played 2 hours to die like this? Go back to StarCraft 1. Damn. Yo. AOE2 fans are wild, I can tell you that. Damn. But StarCraft 2 fans are fucking wild too, to be honest. What a day. That was fun going down memory lane, you know what I mean? That was good stuff. I kinda enjoy that one, and maybe if you guys liked it too, maybe we can go down the memory lane of watching the first tournament in AOE4. Those games from like the second month of the game. Then maybe 2023 and then 24. That was good fun. Damn. Wow.